Zack Moss came in just shy of 1,000 all-purpose yards last year, started incredibly hot whilst Jonathan Taylor was out, and then kind of faded, wasn't really able to recreate it further down the line. But the Chase Brown experience, it boiled down to a couple of real highlight reel plays, 33 rush attempts, 13 targets. He did lead all rookie running backs in yards per target. Did a video with Hayden Winks last night, which has just gone out on our YouTube channel, where Rich pointed out that Chase Brown was awful in pass protection. So really, what I'm kind of wondering with this backfield is, have we ever heard much from the new offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher, who's been around the team for a while? Or have you heard anything from the Bengals to suggest that they really do want to add a third running back to this mix and make it more of a nightmare? Because at the minute, it feels like we can take shots on either one and they'll probably have value.
The Bengals have not had many press conferences during the offseason. We've rarely heard from Dan Pitcher yet. Zach Taylor did say a couple things on Zack Moss and Chase Brown. On Zack Moss, he was just saying, we know what Zack Moss is and what we want him to be, and we see him being that here. Now, he didn't expound on exactly what that is. And then with Chase Brown just saying that they asked him to work on his pass catching and on third downs, because the more you make yourself available to be on the field, the more playing time that you can get, and saying that he's been doing a good job of that. The pass protection thing is pretty weird because he did grade out as a good back in pass protection in college, but then last year pretty bad. He's not a small guy, so it's not a Jaleel McLaughlin, Bucky Irving type thing where they're 190 pounds and these guys coming flying at him, outweigh him by 80 pounds or whatever. Chase Brown is, I think, right around 215-ish. So it's not like a matter of mass and weight. It's seems to be technique, right? Which that you can kind of work on. If you're small, you're just small, you can't do much about that, right? You can have the techniques and still get bowled over. So maybe Chase Brown does improve on that. We'll see in training camp. Maybe we'll get some reports. There have been reports of, hey, maybe they might bring Samaje Perine in if the Broncos end up cutting him. They're very familiar with Perine, and he would actually work pretty nicely here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, definitely. I think as long as it stays as a two-headed backfield, it's going to be fine. I think it'll be fantasy viable. I mean, your point on Chase Brown about how he was a good pass protector in college, that was something Roshan Johnson excelled at. And then last year, he didn't do particularly well. Maybe it's just that kind of thing. You get into the NFL and the pass rush is that much more daunting. But there's definitely a good chance that in a second year where you're getting more snaps where the team want to build you. Last year, Joe Mixon was the plan in Cincinnati. Last year, there was other backs ahead of Roshan Johnson in Chicago. So now if the team understands what you are and understands that that's one weakness that they need to keep you off the field for, perhaps teams can build around it. If you're finding our stuff for the first time, hit that subscribe button down below. We're closing in on 2,500 subscribers. We've got loads of redraft content coming to you, at least 2 best ball streams a week, and Rich's Dynasty content is all year round.